Welcome back to Kayla's Cricut Creations. Today we're testing out Tech Wrap Crafts Glitter Puff Heat Transfer Vinyl. This gives extra sparkle and dimension to your projects, which I love. This shirt is for my daughter who is 6. In this video, we'll be putting the material to the test. Puff HTV is so fun to add to shirts, so I'm really excited to try out the glitter puff. But before we dive in, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest crafting adventures. Tech Wrap Craft was so kind to send these to me so that I can test it out for you guys. They have tons of really pretty glitter options, and I can leave a link for them down in the description box. I also always have a code for you guys for Tech Wrap that gives you 5% off your entire purchase. The code is Kayla in all caps. These rolls come with an instruction sheet, which is very nice. So down here I'm choosing glitter, and then you can choose what machine you have and it shows you the cut setting. I actually am going to use glitter iron-on vinyl instead of just glitter vinyl. It also shows the heat setting, which is great. It's 310 for 12 to 15 seconds. I'm going to upload my SVG first. I'm putting this on an extra small girl's shirt, and for the sizing, I typically do about 7 inches for the width. So I'm gonna come up here and change it to that, and that makes it about 8 inches for the height. Since I'm using one vinyl color, I don't need to change the color, but I do need to attach it. When it's grouped together, it can look like it's already attached, but it's going to show up all jumbled on the mat if I don't attach it. So I will click on that, then I'll hit make it. This is heat transfer vinyl, so I do need to mirror it, and I'll hit continue. For my cut setting, like I said earlier, I'm going to select glitter iron-on. I'm going to turn on my heat press while I'm cutting out the vinyl. It just takes a while for this to heat up. Here I'm setting it to 310 degrees for 15 seconds. I do recommend a heat press with Puff HTV. In the past, it's only worked with that because it just needs a lot of pressure. I place my vinyl shiny side or carrier sheet side down on the mat. Then I use my brayer tool to make sure it's pressed down well. The Cricut machine will cut out the design, then I'll just weed out that excess material, and the glitter iron-on vinyl setting worked perfectly for this. I also recommend with Puff Heat Transfer Vinyl or with the glitter to choose designs that are a little bit more filled in because you can really see that puff a lot easier. I'm using a Gildan brand t-shirt from Michaels, and on the tag it says heavy cotton. I placed the shirt on the heat press to preheat it. One thing that I don't like about these smaller shirts is the crease like around the armpit is where you press it down. So I feel like it's not totally flat. I don't know if I need to get a pressing pillow. If anybody knows what I should do with that, let me know. I pressed this for about 5 seconds. This step is very important, especially with Puff HTV, to help it puff up. After that, I just line up my design on my shirt, then I press my heat press down and press it for the full 15 seconds. You do want to twist the knob to make sure that there is a lot of pressure on the shirt. When I first lifted my heat press, it looked kind of flat to me, so I pressed it down, but not clamping it all the way down, just to hold some heat over it and see if that made a difference. I tried it one more time just for a second or two. Then I decided to peel off the carrier sheet, and as I was doing that, it started to puff up. I'm going to do a test wash, but want to show you a quick look before. This puffed up so well. It looks super, super cool, and I am very happy with the results. I waited 2 days before I washed this. You just want to make sure to wait at least 24 hours. Then I put the shirt inside out, and I'm using a mild detergent. Since I just have one shirt in there, I set it to light and I have it on cold. Once it was done, I took it out of the washer. I wanted to see how it was looking, and it didn't look quite as puffy to me. It felt a little bit flatter. So let's see what happens when I put it in the dryer. I turned it inside out again, then put it in the dryer. I set the timer to 40 minutes and the setting was on low. I took it out of the dryer and it completely puffed back up. So I feel like the heat from the dryer actually kind of reactivated it. So when you're washing it, I definitely recommend putting it in the dryer. The shirt is pretty wrinkled, so I do need to figure out a way to get some of those wrinkles out. The glitter does shed just a tiny bit, not too bad, but just wanted to point it out. I decided to make a shirt to match my daughter, and I don't know if you can tell, it puffed up a little bit, but not as much as I would like. For Puff HTV, I want it to puff up a lot. I followed the exact same process, so I'm not sure why it didn't puff up as much, but I decided I would just press it one more time. I set it at the same time and temp, 310 for 15 seconds. I also didn't use a Teflon sheet or parchment paper in between. I wanted to see how it would work without that. Once it was done, I lifted the heat press back up and look how much it puffed back up. I was completely shocked. It looks amazing. So if it doesn't puff up as much as you like the first time, try pressing it one more time. Look how great this looks. It puffed up so much. Thanks for watching my Glitter Puff HTV tutorial. I hope you enjoy learning about how to create these stunning texture designs on shirts. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new to my channel for more crafting tips, tricks, and Cricut tutorials. Feel free to leave any questions or suggestions in the comment box below.